Thanks for tuning in to the Ray White Melbourne CBD Market Report for the shortest month of 2015. My name's Andrew Leung, for those that are joining us for the first time. Breaking news at the moment, I'm sure you're seeing it all over the newspapers. The Reserve Bank of Australia has decided to drop rates. That's right, drop rates. We did talk about this in previous market reports where I've mentioned some of the contacts I've got in the financial sector, predicted that the interest rates are going to fall before we see a climb. Obviously at the moment there's been a response in the share market and the currency market. Share market responded in a very, very positive manner to the interest rate being dropped, and also the exchange rate. The Australian dollar has dropped, so which I believe the Reserve Bank of Australia has wanted to happen as well with the stimulus activity they're doing. Now, bear in mind, the Reserve Bank of Australia has decided to drop interest rates based on the high unemployment rate and other factors. They can't really see the growth being happening based on current confidence, business and consumer confidence levels at the moment. They've got a target to see economic growth of 3%. Last year, I believe we saw it around 1.6% is what I read. So hopefully this will see some things. But to the property market, it's a very, very big move. Obviously making property even more affordable. We're going to see some more first home buyers into the market space, and investors, it's going to be all that more attractive for them to increase their portfolios. On the currency exchange side, the Chinese, but not just the Chinese, but the international market, it's going to make Australian property all that more affordable. And at the moment, great growth in the Melbourne and Sydney market, huge demand from the overseas market at the moment. Keeping you informed with the new apartment front, the new Labor government's in place, so there's been a few things that have been on hold. Obviously they're trying to work out everything. Matthew Guy in his last year tried to put through something which I'm very much supportive of, is to get rid of bedrooms with borrowed light. For those that are familiar with it, a traditional bedroom is known to have one with a window. With the last 10 years of construction, as long as there was borrowed light, as in an opaque glass or a sliding door, it was considered a bedroom. So I believe that's going to be a really fantastic move if they can get that through to making apartment living all that more enjoyable. A lot of media talk at the moment. There has been a legal case on the old Palace Theatre in Melbourne, and the owners have made a planning proposal to knock it down. The Palace Theatre is an integral part of Melbourne architecture, and I really, really do hope. I know the councillors have been supportive of keeping it and denied it, but they're going through a legal battle at the moment to push and put a high-rise hotel there. I think that we've got enough hotels at the moment. We don't have good old theatres, and I do hope they keep that in Melbourne as well. Councillor Ong always been very voicing of what's happening in the CBD area. He's mentioned that at the moment there is no strategy around what people can and cannot build in the CBD space. He's pretty much saying if an individual person, being the planning minister, is okay with it, there is no restriction to how high somebody can build, which obviously there's overshadowing issues, there's supply and demand issues, and he's trying to protect the retail space and what Melbourne sort of looks like moving forward. So I really do hope the Labor government gets that into gear and starts putting some heavy regulation in terms of what should it be built in our beautiful city. Always a very well received segment of our market, seeing what prices are being achieved in the Melbourne area. On the no front, obviously it's not prime auction season. We're going to start seeing auctions towards the mid to late February start and commence again. We've already started booking auctions there as well. There was a split-level studio apartment off Manchester Lane, apartment 36 at 1 Manchester Lane, just off Collins Street, famous shopping strip there. Now that was property sold on the market for 35 days. It was on the market just before the end of last year, and that was picked up for $256,500. Think about the rental returns on something like that. You'll be getting $300, $350 unfurnished. For short-term rental, fully furnished, maybe $400, $450. Great returns for investment. Obviously, great buying at the moment in the city. On the high end of the market, obviously with generally people going on holidays for the Christmas break and the New Year's a slow start, everybody chunking back into the game. There wasn't many high big sales happening. There was a few terraces in East Melbourne around the sort of $2 million mark. There was a 3-bedroom apartment in that sold for about $840,000. I thought I'll actually bring a very unique sale to you in recent times, and it was a townhouse dwelling in Docklands. That's right, Docklands. It was a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2-car park property over multiple levels in the heart of Docklands. Now, it sold for $860,000. As you can see, it was a good size. It's recently built. Unfortunately, I would imagine the owner probably paid a bit more than that originally when they purchased it. But think about it. It's a townhouse-style residence next to the harbour, right next door to the CBD, and access to the multinationals, businesses that are around there. I believe there's great opportunity to move to such a beautiful location in the coming years as well. 8 weeks left to go till Easter at the moment. Speaking to a lot of owners at the moment, I've been booking auctions left, right and centre. Everybody trying to beat the Easter break. There's only 8 weeks left. If you are considering doing something before the end of financial year, certainly give myself or Vicky a phone call or email, and we look forward to talking to you to achieve your real estate goals this year. On the community front, for those, it hasn't had a lot of public media around at the moment, but for those that remember, we had some serious drought where we imposed some water restrictions many years ago. Now, at the moment, Central Australia and towards the western side are experiencing historical drought levels at the moment. Ray White has become the major sponsor of the Buy a Bale campaign. The campaign is leveraged to making sure the funds go directly to help our Aussie battlers over there with the drought, to feed their livestock, obviously to help the families out as their main source of income. There is going to be majorly shocked, and hopefully I'll put some details below, so hopefully you can help out our Aussies over there in Central Australia. Letting you know how exciting it is to be a Melbourneite. It's over to Vicky now.
Hi Melbourneites, it's Vicky here. Chinese New Year is just around the corner, and this year is the year of goat. With such a huge Chinese population, we'll be holding festivals all around Melbourne for 15 days, that's 2 weeks. I personally will be going to the one in Chinatown, along Little Beg Street, corner of Little Beg and Russell Street. Lots of arts and crafts, performance, especially lion dance, which I'll be excited to watch, and also food, not to be missed, food. Have to go there if you haven't been there before. It's a great experience, and it'll be held on a Sunday, 22nd of February from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Bring your family and friends around, and if you're looking to buy a property at this festive time, give me a call.